happen. And I want to make sure that I set this up like as properly as possible because a lot of stuff happened in a very short amount of time. And I just want to sort of go through everything so that we're just set up properly because this is a bombshell. What's about to happen now? This is history in the making.
This is when this happened and like sadly we were on break, so now we're here to cover it tonight. People were saying this is the biggest Thought Cops lore dump ever.
It's absolutely incredible. So just a few weeks ago on the show, we had on Jeremy Kaplowitz, who's the editor-in-chief of Hard Drive, which is, for anybody that doesn't know, it's a video game news satire website. And in the interview, Jeremy mentioned that there were a couple times that Elon Musk had taken a Hard Drive article and cropped out the header, the header and the author's name and posted it on Twitter, and it happened again. And somehow, like, we witnessed all of it in very close detail.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this happened when the show was on break. Kevin and I were both out of town.
Yeah, we'll get to how that all panned out.
Yeah.
So, the article he posted was Zodiac Killer Letter Solved by Opening It with VLC Media Player. Now, this is done by one of the Hard Drive writers. Actually, this was his first article on the website.
Oh, what a welcome.
Yeah,
okay.
Max Barth. This was his first Hard Drive
That's
article.
incredible.
Did not expect to have this happen to it. And so Elon Musk does what he does, and he crops out the website logo, the author's name, and just posts, the image with the headline above it. And which is frustrating because it's like, it's
right.
not, it's not like it's like 4chan or Tumblr or whatever. It's like there's a retweet function.
Well, and apparently
bring him on over.
Apparently, he's had issue with like people taking credit for things that they've created in the past, where he's like, this is just the internet. You just create things and you put it out for free, and that's what you do.
Yes.
And it's like, well, no, because some people get like paid for this sort of thing. But
yeah, like you said, Hard Drive fired back this time, and they said, hey, I'll give you a horse if you stop cropping our name off our articles.
Right. Which you would think, at this point, it's like Elon Musk is a billionaire. He's got better things to do.
He's busy.
He's busy, right?
Yeah.
But for the first time ever, he actually responded back to Hard Drive. And like this whole interaction ended up like trending on Twitter. He responded, he said, well, if you make something that looks like a meme and someone, parentheses, not me, crops off your name. It's happened before, but sure, whatever. Crops off your name, so it goes. Also, this is only a 6 out of 10 meme, so maybe step down from that high horse. The selfless art of anonymous meme creators is something to be admired.
Not to chime in for too long, but it feels like that trope of like a nerd hitting on a girl, and she's like, nah, and he's like, you know what, you're fucking ugly anyways.
Right.
Yeah, I think Jeremy made the same observation too.
Right.
He's just got like incel brain.
Yeah.
Well, let's not do too much of insulting Mr. Musk.
Let's be careful here.
Hard Drive.
Sorry.
Hard Drive just starts, battling back and forth. It's an epic battle. Hard Drive responds saying,
this is Jeremy running the account, by the way.
Jeremy Kaplowitz running the account. He responds saying, okay, well, let me know what you think about this one, and posted an article from Hard Drives entitled, Elon Musk admits he wants to travel to Mars because no one hates him there yet. Elon did not care for it. He didn't care for it. He said, this is less funny than SNL on a bad day. Could make a drunk person sober. Try harder. To which Hard Drive then responded with a picture of him on SNL as Wario saying, well, you're the expert on SNL's bad days. The whole time this is happening, Hard Drive is ratioing Elon like pretty heavily, right? And this is sort of where our portion of the story like takes a turn, and Kevin somehow finds his way at the forefront of this, because in response to the less funny than SNL on a bad day tweet, Elon continued the thread in a different thread, and he said, the reason that you're not funny is because you're woke. Humor relies on an intuitive and often awkward truth being recognized by the audience, but wokeism is a lie, which is why nobody laughs. Which, again, he's the one that posted
the article,
but that's neither here nor there.
Like it, but we'll get to it.
No, at this point in the story, good friend of the show, patron of the show, and longtime listener, Shruggernaut, made a legitimate and sincere pitch to Elon. He said, maybe you'd prefer to read some hard drive articles by @KevinPotus.
Right.
Which is very nice of him because
he's always tossing our name in. And,
great guy. He's always like plugging our show, and he's always like interacting with people and telling people to listen. And well, it turns out Kevin blocked Elon a while ago.
And I think I did this on the show, actually.
We talked about this during the show because I had talked about the fact that I didn't like blocking people because someone would screenshot that I blocked them.
Yes.
And I didn't want that interaction to happen. And Kevin, you said...
Elon Musk was the only person I had blocked on Twitter. Did not expect him to find out.
Exactly.
Did not expect him to see that.
But
he did.
The thing with this interaction is Shruggernaut doesn't have a big account. He doesn't have a huge amount of followers. You would think that Elon Musk, of all people, isn't going to respond to him. But lo and behold, I open up my Twitter, and here's Kevin's dumb fucking face. And he says... Elon says, I would, but the coward blocked me, and then the cry laughing emoji. Quick reminder, Elon Musk has almost 100 million followers, and as of like last time I checked, the post has 210 retweets, 59 quote retweets, and 3,500 likes.
Which is not a lot, but it was buried in the replies, you know.
I mean, you were blown up, and
yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like, I saw this interaction. I was texting you. You weren't responding back for whatever reason. I don't know whether or not you saw this. And I just went, this is a shot in the dark. It's a good opportunity. Let's take it, and let's see if we can get Elon Musk on the show.
Right.
It's never going to happen. Right. So I tweeted something out. I said, where is it? It's, Mr. Musk, I do an internet show called Thought Cops about trying to destroy American wokeism with @KevinPotus, and I can assure you that despite blocking you, we're both big fans of you, and we'd love to get you on our platform to combat the cancel brigade anytime you like, because in my mind, I'm like, fuck it, let's see if we can do it. I'll kiss ass if I need to. I'll sully myself. I don't care. Let's get Elon Musk on the show. I thought it'd be a good bit. We'd get some likes. We'd get some follows. We'd get some new listeners. Like whatever we can milk out of this.
Yes.
I nearly shit my pants when Elon Musk, I fucking kid you not, sent us a DM on Twitter saying that he would like to come on the show.
Yup.
Like,
holy shit.
Yup.
It was like incredible. Without any further ado, I mean, a man that needs no introduction, but he got this one anyway. For the first time appearing on Thought Cops, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Elon Musk.
Let's bring him in.
Hello. Yes, it is I, Elon Musk, or as I like to think of myself, Mr. Africa 2022.
Elon, this is, I'm sorry that it had to happen this way.
Thank you for coming on, by the way.
Yeah.
You must be very busy.
I'm extremely busy, but I like hearing your voice call me Mr. Musk.
I think that was the linchpin. Am I correct?
No, Elon.
I would say so.
Was that all accurate? I know there's two sides to every story, but, was that accurate to your side of the story? Was that how the events occurred in your head and what you saw on the page, on the screen?
No, it's not. The first thing I would like to make clear is that I often peruse Twitter when I am in a tender state. And I was feeling particularly nostalgic for the motherland and decided to pull up The Lion King on my Disney Plus subscription, and maybe a little sad. Maybe a little sad to see Scar betray his brother Mufasa.
Right.
So I believe it was Nishi. Nishi said, what did he say? Hurt people.
Yeah.
It's so wise.
Do you feel like the American people kind of betrayed you with their wokeism?
Well,
similar to Scar?
I've been also thinking a lot about apartheid. That's something that happened in the history of South Africa. That's where I'm from, by the way.
Right.
This is a South African accent. It's a dark history there.
Yeah.
And I relate to that. I kind of feel like I'm going through that myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, man. I could tell. I'm sorry, sir. I shouldn't be so casual.
I call him Mr. Musk.
Mr. Musk.
I think he likes that. Yeah.
obviously we caught you in a tender moment. I just want to say, for the record,
what are you looking at your notes here? I
want to be prepared for this.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I was napping.
Look, I know I'm a billionaire. I
was napping during the entire exchange.
Right.
I was sleeping. I woke up to 7 text messages that said, "Hey, go on Twitter. Hey, have you been on Twitter yet? Go check Twitter." And then I see Grant's message where he said, what did he say here? He says, "I don't know if you're online or not, but have you been on Twitter?" To which I just responded, "What the fuck?" Because I didn't expect that I would wake up from a nap and Elon Musk would be dragging my ass on Twitter with posting my picture and calling me a coward to 100 million people. I hope you know that I have been the subject of ridicule and bullying for the last 2 weeks.
People won't stop DMing him and calling him a coward. Elon, do you feel bad about this at all? Like, he really didn't do anything. He was just sort of like someone mentioned his name and you like just blew his ass out.
Yeah,
like,
you blew my ass out.
He's traumatized.
Yeah.
He was traumatized. Do you like anything to say it? Like, do you have any sort of like what do you have to say for yourself about this?
I assume no responsibility for any aggressive or passive aggressive behavior I may exhibit on Twitter, which I own or will own, maybe.
We'll see about that, sir.
It's getting tense in here.
Yeah.
Well,
you know
what
did you think when the website that I write for, Hard Drive, ratioed you? They called you out. You said this is unfunnier than SNL on a bad day. When we all saw you on SNL, like, why are you talking shit about SNL when we saw you on the show? We saw you being Wario and Gen Z Hospital and all those horrible sketches.
More like Borio.
Oh,
well, that's
sorry.
Just
He's
not.
not.
Listen.
He's not.
He's not the highest rated episode of the season because of me. That garbage stuff. Listen, the hard times ratioing me. Those are all bots, and I'm going to audit that. You see, look, if you click on the likes on the tweet, you'll notice they're all from Turkey, from Russia, Brazil, and they all have these dashes and curls above the letters in their name. It's very fishy, and this is actually why I put my Twitter deal on hold for now, because once that deal is sealed, those users are gone. They're getting eviscerated, genocided, some would say, from the platform for integral purposes.
Well, that's fair. I guess, you might not be at liberty to tell, but like, are you going to go through? Because we've been talking about this Twitter deal for quite some time now on the show, and like, is this something like? Are you seriously committed to this, or is this, Or are
you talking out of your
I would really
rear
like
end?
to. My backup plan here is to possibly purchase Friendster, but that's just not wetting my whistle the same way.
I mean, that's understandable. I mean,
not the same town square, you might call it.
I also want to ask you, Elon. You understand that at Hard Drive, we're not writing memes. We're writing articles. We're writing satire pieces.
I thought you guys write little skits.
We write little skits with our friends, and you called it a meme, and I was kind of confused by that, and I was even more confused by the fact that you said it was not very funny. You gave it a 6 out of 10, but why did you share it? Like, if you didn't think it was very funny.
Look, I have 8 children, and none of them love me. Okay, I'm just trying to make an appeal to the youth of the Musk 8. So, what do kids like? Kids like video games.
Yeah.
Hard Drive.
Yeah.
That sounds gamey. So imagine if it's coming from me, dear old dad, and not a paper with words. They're gonna love it.
How did this go over when the kids are like, dear old daddy is getting ratioed? How did that go? Well, that's like gotta be the most dehumanizing experience, to get ratioed in front of your kids, for the whole world to see.
Shameful.
Well, I only interact with him through my manager, so I haven't heard anything about it.
Sure. And again, we do know you are a very, very busy man.
Well, and I do want to take some of the light off of Elon for a second, and I guess on the public stage, publicly confront you, Kevin. Why would you block the most wealthy person of wealth on the internet? I hate to say the word billionaire. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
You are not.
But Kevin, why would you block him?
It's a personal attack, kind of.
Listen,
to block.
I heard that it's because you're woke.
That's what he thinks, and that's what he said. But the truth of the matter is, and I mean this with all due respect, sometimes you kind of annoy me, sir. Sometimes the things I remember a specific tweet I think that might have done me, and I think it was when Kong versus Godzilla came out, and you wrote something along the lines of, were they on meth in the writer's room when they came up with this? And I think I was like, I gotta block you. I can't see this anymore, man. This is...
So you're annoyed by the truth?
You know what? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. And maybe they are on meth.
You sound triggered, Kevin.
Somebody go check out that writer's room, because that's how movies are done, by writer's rooms. Like they had...
Elon, does Kevin sound triggered to you? He sounds triggered to me. He sounds like he took too many woke pills, too many blue pills, if it were.
It's unbelievably triggered. I can't believe he would speak to me, a POW, that way, person of wealth. Not to be confused with prisoner of war.
Now, you can say the B word. We can. We'll say POW, though. From now on.
Okay.
Sorry for grand slip up. But yeah, I want to say that...
I mean, do those reasons sound legitimate to you, Elon? Does that sound like a...
No, it doesn't sound legitimate. It sounds like he's a hater.
You can't see where I'm coming from at all. Like, that's kind of embarrassing of a thing for a grown man to tweet out.
Yeah, you're like middle-aged.
Yeah.
That's Listen, like I went to the theater. I paid my $8 for the IMAX ticket. That was a terrible movie. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, they just like, with all due respect, sir, some of the things you post on Twitter are something I would see maybe like a 7th grader or like an 8th grader say, and then they would kind of grow out of it. But it seems like you're sort of like stuck in that mentality. I know you've done all sorts of things with your life and your career, but your tweets, sir, are just, they're stinkers. They're real clunkers.
That's fierce.
That's the rudest thing. Listen, some people like to call that me having a youthful spirit. They say I have a magical youthful spirit, and they enjoy my tweets. Some people, like, I understand it's not for some people. Doesn't sound like it's for you.
Well, I know that you have
else in the world.
I know you have your fans. They've been responding to almost everything I post on the internet now, and they follow me around and they call me bad names, and they wonder. They say, "Bro, why did you block Elon? Dude, you're a pussy. And why were you taking a nap? What are you, 2 years old?" I can't tell you the amount of people who have like actually tried to drag me for that. Like the only thing I had to give them was like, I said I was napping, and I got so many people who were like, "What are you, a baby or an old man?
Why are you as a man napping?"
Like somebody said,
"Fellas, is it gay?"
No, somebody said there are studies that are linked to overconsumption of soy products that are linked to making someone sleepy and want to take a nap and are easily triggered. Now, I didn't back check that. I don't know if that's true, but some people were tweeting out this scientific study at me. Listen, I was just tired. It was Memorial Day. I had the day off, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take a nap. I deserve
That's
this.
right. It was I forgot that this happened on Memorial Day.
Yes.
Elon, weren't you...
I don't know. It sounds like the soy agenda to me.
Weren't you busy with your family, Elon? You have internet startup noise as one of your kids.
Dial-up dude.
Dial-up dude.
Wow. Now you're making personal attacks on my family?
I'm sorry.
This is a pretty dark show.
That's fair. And I know that you're also a busy man and you have things to do. But I guess we'll give you the last word if you guys don't have any more like beef to settle or anything.
Elon, I will say this. Because I want to bury the hatchet here for one reason and one reason alone, which is I fucking love science. And then I know you are a scientist in your own right. So I want to say, sir, I am sorry for blocking you. I didn't think you'd ever find out. I didn't know. And now that we have you here on the show, and now I can apologize to you publicly so everybody can see it.
That's big of
I
you,
want to
Kevin.
say I'm sorry. I'm sorry I blocked you, and I wonder if you'll accept my apology.
What is that line from the new Die Hard movie with Bruce Willis? I don't forgive, but I do forget. There's a good chance I'll forget this ever happened, and that's about as good as forgiveness, I think. However, I will say this. Listen, when the time comes and I officially own Twitter, you know, your account will be audited. I have to triple verify that you're not Turkish or Turkish bot.
Not that I'm aware
of.
of.
Maybe then and only then.
Yeah.
Well, there could be a window of opportunity for forgiveness once that is verified. I'll leave it at that.
Well, that's fair.
That is fair.
And then I guess balls in your court, Mr. Musk. Kevin, turned the other cheek and he apologized. Do you have anything to say to Kevin at all? Can be anything you want.
Oh God. Oh geez. Kevin. Well, I look forward to the unblocking and more hard drive articles that I can crop and take credit for and show to my lovely children.
Right.
AOL dial-up sound.
Well, I just hope I know you're a busy rich man, but we are struggling writers. We don't make a living wage from this, so I just hope that next time you see that, maybe you'll retweet instead of cropping out our names. That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
But if I crop it, then it's mine. Did you learn nothing from this exchange, Kevin?
I'm sorry.
Listen, I don't know. We might just have to go our separate ways, pal.
I think it's part of like his tradition. Like, didn't your dad crop memes or something? Like, that's how he made his fortune.
It's a storied history of the Musk family in South African lore. We did our own version of The Lion King, matter of fact, by doing just that. So yes, I'm just continuing my bloodline. Really.
I understand, sir.
That's fair enough. Well,
we know you're a very busy man. We don't want to keep you on the line any longer.
I'm a busy.
We appreciate you coming on the show. We know
thank you
this is out of your comfort zone, and this is something different for you. So I just want to say again, I'm sorry I blocked you. I will consider unblocking you and just muting you. But
I'll tell you what. Listen, you come to Tesla headquarters. You give me a big kiss on the lips. I'll consider forgiving you for real.
I'll be there.
All right, thank you so much, wonderful. Elon. Any parting words you have?
Anything you want to plug, maybe?
Yeah, anything to plug.
Yes, Tesla, Twitter. What SNL next season, maybe.
All right,
Elon, have you heard about this movie, Mass State Lottery? I heard that's supposed to be pretty good.
I heard it's shit. I don't know. I'm avoiding that one.
Too woke,
too woke. That's right.
It could be triggering for you. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that one. And Elon, thank you so much for calling into the show.
Take care.
Absolutely.
All right, take it easy.
Okay.